pin out there. Hello and welcome to Sullivan's Farm. It's been another wet week around here, and I was talking to a neighbour there a couple of days ago, and he was telling me it's been raining now on and off since the June bank holiday weekend. So I think we can officially call it a wet summer now, and sure, look, we'll get on with it as best we can. So what were we at this week? Well, I got the topper going and did a bit of topping, but I did a bit of fencing as well. I got that bit of fencing in the near-cnoic finished, so we'll have a quick look at that first. We're finally making a bit of progress on the fencing here. I was showing in the last couple of videos at this stage. We've got one side of it done, so we'll have a look at it here. There's the water truck back in place, just on a temporary basis. I need to clean out that drain there, where I'm going to run the pipe up to the corner, to the gap in the corner there, which is the final resting place for the water truck. There was sheep wire there, there still is sheep wire there on this side. We'll be tightening that up in a second. But when I had to cut the sheep wire to take down the stake that was there, and when I cut it then it wasn't long, I'd have had to put in a piece to join it all up again. So I just thought, to hell with that, flip that, and I just cut it over in the corner there. So we have a bit of a roll of it there to join the increasing number of little rolls like that inside in the yard. I don't know what I'll do with them in the finish. If they're probably free to a good home if anybody wants them and anybody wants to take them away. We'll straighten up or tighten up the sheep wire that's there on the ground now. I have the clamp on it. Homemade clamp, obviously. A couple of planks of wood and a few bolts through it. You just catch the wire between the two, tighten the bolts, and away you go. It was a job I was never mad about when we had sheep and I was doing a good bit of sheep fencing like this, because I was always worried something would snap or something would break or it wouldn't go right. It's always nice when it's done, but it's never that enjoyable when you're doing it. But we have it tied up here now. It's just a strap tied onto the clamp here, onto the loader here, and we'll jump up in the tractor there now in a second. Probably lower the loader a small bit and just give it a bit of a pull back. Not ideal, not perfect, but for the job we're doing here, literally just putting it back up to have it in place, it'll do for now. I need to tidy it up a bit, but I've just given the last half hour, I turned off the camera, give the last half hour messing with the wire, and it just reminds me again of how much I don't miss sheep fencing. A quick look, I won't go too close. As I said, it needs to be tidied up. I just cut off the wire, the spare bits over there on the ground, cut it off and try to tie it around. As I said, it needs to be tidied up. Tied it around the wire here and there for all of them as best I could, but it's just fairly awkward stuff to work with when you don't have the right tools, when you're not doing it all the time, and you're just getting frustrated with it. Now, the more eagle-eyed amongst you might have seen, we have the topper on. The new topper. I did a bit there a couple of days ago anyway, above in one of the paddocks, just to make sure I knew how it worked and all that, after Davey and Belinda helping to put it on and get it set up and all. So I need to do another bit now when the cattle are moved down to the paddock. We've just kind of settled up for them here. They couldn't come down here till the wire and the water truck was settled up again, but now that they can, they're nearly finished the paddock they're in, so we must do that, and the last one they were in as well. The topper, it's not much of a carrying mechanism, but it'll hold the wire in place there and a couple of clamps. I had a spare one, so I brought the two of them until we get back to the shed. This is a field I topped earlier there in the week that I mentioned a minute ago, and yeah, grass is coming back well. Happy enough with it. I didn't skin it down. If anything, the topper was a little bit high when I was doing it, but I think we can adjust that. We'll go in for a second so to see where we might adjust the height of the blades and cut it, not skin it. I don't think that's good for the ground, for the soil or the grass, but just a little bit lower, an inch or two. Another bit of research. So here's the machine itself. It's looking well, and I think this is where you adjust the sliders. Take those bolts out. Same two on either side of the back, and I think they're the same on the front then, although I think what little look I gave before, the ones on the back seem to be the ones that catch it more so than that one. We'll go out first to where I'm going to do the bit of topping now. Cattle are gone out of it a couple of days and there's a slight bit of regrowth already, so maybe the thing to do is not to adjust it down too low just yet. So we'll go over, we'll catch the thistles, sort them out, but leave the bit of regrowth before we adjust the sliders down a bit. You'll certainly feel the weight of it when you lift it up like that first. There's a nice, I would like to be driving it, or I would like to be lifting it with a smaller tractor. Not that this one's too big, you just need something solid to lift it. There's a bit of regrowth and we don't want to cut that, so I'm not going to lower the blades or the sliders just yet. So there's only the few thistles down there and a few more below in the corner, and cattle are in the one across the roadway, so when they're gone out of that we'll top that maybe the next day or two as well. We'll just take the pin out there. And then she just slides out. Offset, so we're not driving on anything we're cutting, so I'm happy enough with that. We let it down there in a second. There's obviously no point trying to cut it like that. That's our little bit of topping done. We'll see what way it grows back. It's nice to see the thistles gone. I haven't got much done today. It's hard to get it done when the young lads are off school and that, but every little bit helps. And I'm happy enough with my topper purchase. We lower the slides the next time around now, and yeah, we'll be on the pigs back all together then. I wasn't long finished that topping and it started raining again. We've just had an unmerciful amount of rain today, and it stopped briefly again now. More rain tomorrow morning apparently, but look, next week is looking better, so hopefully we'll get this silage cut eventually then, about a fortnight or 3 weeks later than planned. We'll struggle on as best we can. Thanks a million for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Good luck.